Alright guys, I am back with my review of the Ring of Honor TV show for October 26th, 2013. And this one starts off with a recap of BJ Whitmer's retirement speech and how he wanted Nigel McGuinness to give Jimmy Jacobs another chance. And this leads us to the first match, which is Silas Young versus Jimmy Jacobs. And Silas Young starts to cut this promo that fucking goes on forever, man. And watching this, I was immediately thinking, what is he doing out there? Like, he doesn't have the presence to pull this off. And they're in Philadelphia, no less. So you got Silas Young out there cutting a promo about how Jimmy Jacobs is trying to use BJ Whitmer's pain for his own gain. But, I mean, he goes on and on and on about this, and he says Jimmy Jacobs isn't a real man, and they finally start the match. Kevin Kelly, Nigel McGuinness, they were both saying, okay, come on now, start the match. So they start the match. Jimmy Jacobs spears him, covers him, gets the win. That was it. That was the entire match. This was terrible shit. I mean, this was not good. And now you understand why he cut the promo, because he was trying to get over. He knew he wouldn't be able to get over with his ring work here because Jimmy Jacobs was going to beat him in one move. So he tried to cut this long promo, and I really like Silas Young. I think he does have a lot of potential. He's got a great intensity about him. But, yeah, I don't think having him go out there and cut a promo that really just bored people because he's not at that level yet, and then squashing the guy really does him any favors. So I didn't care for this at all. So we get Davey Richards versus Ricky Marvin. And I like this match. Let me start off by saying that. But I didn't really like the ref spots. For example, Ricky Marvin pulling the ref into Davey Richards to escape a submission, and Davey Richards pushing the ref into the ropes to crotch Ricky Marvin on the top turnbuckle. I just felt like those spots were unnecessary. And there were a couple of botches in this match, some miscommunication going on. But despite all of that, this was still a really good match, and the crowd was into it. It was just a fun match to watch. But Davey Richards hits the alarm clock, a clothesline, and a brainbuster for the win. Veda Scott comes out and hands Nigel McGuinness some papers. Don't know what they are. Then it's supposed to be Steen versus Eddie Edwards. And before the match, Michael Bennett runs out and hits the pile driver on Kevin Steen. So Eddie's like, man, you really want to do this? And Steen demands that they ring the bell. So he still wants to fight, and they have an okay match here. It was a decent match. Steen is selling the pile driver the entire time, holding his neck. And they're trying to tell a story here, and I appreciate that. And I mean, they're trying to build up Michael Bennett's pile driver like it ends careers. So he has to sell this thing the entire time. It makes sense to me. But eventually Steen goes for the package pile driver, but because of the injury, he can't get Eddie up. Eddie counters with a pin and gets the win. So that was it. I thought it was a pretty decent show this week. Really, it was because Ricky Marvin versus Davey Richards. The Steen-Eddie Edwards match was decent, but it was the Marvin Richards match that really saved this show. That Jimmy Jacobs, Silas Young stuff was just crap, in my opinion. There was something else I wanted to mention that I almost forgot. And I thought about this during the Kevin Steen-Eddie Edwards match. I like Michael Bennett versus Kevin Steen. I like what they're doing there. They're trying to build up a story with these two. And when you get a Ring of Honor pay-per-view, like Glory by Honor or Final Battle or something, usually it's just matches. They don't have a lot of storylines in Ring of Honor, so you gotta kind of take it when you can get them, if you know what I mean. However, this storyline just raises a question to me, and it's kind of a nitpick thing, but when Kevin Steen returned and he took everyone out with the package pile driver, Jimmy Jacobs, Steve Corino, he took out El Generico, he tried to package pile drive Jim Cornette, they banned the pile driver. They banned all pile drivers. And now you have Michael Bennett legit in someone's career with a pile driver, and they don't ban the move. So it's just one of those things, But anyways, that's my review of the show this week. Hope you guys liked the video. Leave your thoughts this week's show in the comments, and thanks for watching.